Hello everyone and welcome to this new lecture. I apologize for yesterday's lecture being a little long, but I think that the verb requires a lengthier explanation if you wish to understand it in a suitable way. So today we're going to talk about principal parts and conjugations. Principal parts are a very important concept because principal parts allow you to conjugate the verb in every form. So, say that you want to find a verb and you don't know the meaning, so you want to look it up. If you wish to do this, there is some information that you should be aware of regarding the vocabulary entry of this particular verb. Because if you want to look a verb up in English, the English on the dictionary gives you the infinitive form. But in Latin, you have to look for the first person singular of the present active indicative. So if you want to know the meaning of the verb to love, the English dictionary will give you to love in the infinitive form, while the Latin dictionary will give you the form I love, so the first person singular of the present active indicative. The dictionary will not only show you that voice in Latin, but it will give you all the principal parts from which all of the forms of a Latin verb are created. So the dictionary will give you 4 words. And with these 4 words, you can conjugate the verb in every form. So you can create every form of a particular verb. For example, here as an example, I chose the verb to love, which in Latin is amare, and these are its 4 principal parts: amo, amare, amavi, amatus. Let's analyze all of them. So first of all, let's analyze the meaning of the principal parts. As we said, amo is the first person singular of the present active indicative. Therefore, it will be translated with I love. The second one, amare, is the infinitive form, so to love. The third one is the first person amavi is the first person singular of the perfect active indicative. In English it would be the past simple. So amavi means I loved. The fourth one, amatus, is the past participle. Therefore, in English I would translate it with loved or having been loved. The principal parts are important because they give you very precious information about the stem. For example, the first principal part, amo, gives you the stem am, which is the stem which is called present stem. The present stem allows you to form all the simple tenses, which are present, imperfect, and future. The infinitive, the second principal part, the infinitive, amare, tells you the conjugation of a certain verb. The perfect stem, amavi, is the stem that allows you to form all the perfect tenses, which are perfect, pluperfect, and future perfect. The last principal part, amatus, has the stem amat, which is the participle stem, and allows you to form the perfect and the future participle, which is something that we will see much later in the course. So if you know these 4 words, you will be able to create every form of the verb, from simple tenses to perfect tenses to infinitives and participles. The difficult thing about the principal parts is that every verb has its own 4 principal parts. So it is important for every verb to memorize its principal parts. This is not always easy, but it requires practice. Let's talk now about conjugations. So, Latin verbs are grouped in 4 different families called conjugation. So, a conjugation is basically a family, and each verb belongs to one of these families only. This is important because based on the conjugation, the verb will have a different set of endings. Every conjugation is identified by a different theme vowel. So we mentioned this word, this expression before, but we don't really know what a theme vowel is. So what is a theme vowel? A theme vowel is a vowel that connects the stem of a word with its ending. Every language has theme vowels for both nouns and verbs. In this case, to let you understand what a theme vowel is, I took the accusative singular of rosa rosae, which is rosam. In this case, as you see, A is the theme vowel because it connects the stem ros with the ending of the accusative singular, which is M. Otherwise, the word would be rosm. So the theme vowel is necessary in order to, let's say, to complete the word and to connect the stem with the ending. This is very important because every conjugation is identified by a different theme vowel. So, based on the theme vowel of the infinitive, you will recognize whether a verb belongs to one conjugation or another. In Latin, we have 4 conjugations. So the first conjugation has a long A as a theme vowel, so we will have amare. The second conjugation will have a long E, therefore we will have movere. The third conjugation will have a short E. Therefore, we have to be careful to the accent, because that verb will not be legere, but it will be legere, because the penult syllable has a short vowel, as that short A. Therefore, the accent will fall on the antepenult. This is, of course, the role of the penult. While the fourth conjugation has a long E as a theme vowel. Therefore, we will have dormire. So, moral of the story, the infinitive of a verb tells you the conjugation that it belongs to. And this is important because, as I said before, if you can recognize the conjugation, then you will also be able to know what different set of endings you have to use if you want to create all of the different forms of that certain verb. Fun fact, in Italian we do not have 4 conjugations, but we only have 3. Because, as you know, in modern languages we lost the difference between a long vowel and a short vowel. Therefore, in Italian, the second and the third conjugation were put together. So I'm going to read all of these verbs in Italian. So the first one in Italian is amare, so it's the same. The second one is muovere. The third one is leggere. And the fourth one is dormire. But in Italian, muovere and leggere do not have a different conjugation. They are both second conjugation because the quantity of the syllables was lost and second and third were put together. Okay, this is all that I had to say for this lecture. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow.